national holiday for the Africa Cup of Nations champions. Dakar erupted in pride on Monday after Senegal won the tournament for the first time after beating Egypt in the final. The country has participated in the Pan-African Championships for more than half a century, previously losing 2 finals. But the Lions of Teranga have now put an end to years of frustration, momentarily sweeping away economic, health and political woes during the festivities.
We dreamed of the Cup. You built this dream and you have achieved it. At last, the Africa Cup of Nations is here with us.
La Coupe d'Afrique des Nations de football.
President Macky Sall had put pressure on the players to return with the trophy, and a month later, it was done. In return, he awarded players a cash prize equivalent to some $80,000 each, a 200 square metre plot of land in Dakar, and a 500 metre square plot in the city of Diaminiado.
From now on, where our hearts were, we now have a map of Senegal, a people, a goal, a faith, and of course now a star, the African champion star. We can be killed, but not dishonored. That was our slogan throughout the competition.
Senegal is now Africa's top-ranked national team and the 20th in the world. The country is already dreaming about victories to come.
We are happy with Senegal. We are proud to be Senegalese, proud of this republic. We will win more cups in the future, inshallah.
Coach Aliou Cissé's players will quickly return to their clubs before regrouping at the end of March to play Egypt again for a spot in the World Cup in Qatar later this year. Packing up to return to what once was home. These Nigerians fled jihadist insurgents in the northeast of the country. Now the government is closing the camps where more than 100,000 found refuge. The government says the region is safer now. It plans to close down all 13 camps around Maiduguri, the capital of Borno State, in 4 years. 6 camps have already shut. Authorities want the people to start supporting themselves and to end dependence on humanitarian aid. Some look forward to finally leaving the shelters, where the living conditions are poor.
I'm really happy that we are returning to our ancestral home, and I've been praying that God, in His infinite mercy and wisdom, will grant us eternal peace.
But the prospect of returning home fills some with fear. Despite military presence in towns across Borno State, the insurgents are never far away. Some people aren't even sure there's much of a living to be made.
We don't want to just be able to catch fish, but for trade to work as well as it did before. We want the situation to allow us to export fish to where there is a high demand. We don't want to catch fish without being able to sell it to those outside of Baga, but just sell it to soldiers who don't even value it.
Meanwhile, aid groups struggle to reach the towns included in the relocation program. They run the risk of attack themselves. In some cases, authorities have even banned aid to avoid creating further dependency. The government says there is no pressure to leave and has offered financial support to those who want to stay in Maiduguri. But the displaced say the money is too little. They have no choice but to pack up and to take the road to an uncertain future. Disaster in northeast Kenya. Dabasa Galgalo lost many sheep and goats in months of drought. Then flash floods decimated the rest.
This is a huge loss for the local community here because we have lost a lot of our livestock following this tragedy. If a person had around 500 goats before, they have between 20-25 goats left.
Nomadic livestock herders know how to cope with unpredictable weather patterns. But these days, the dramatic shifts are too much, even for them. The cattle that survive are too weak to milk and too thin to sell.
People relied on livestock to pay the school fees for their children. Providing food and clothing for the family also depended on livestock. Our livelihood. So many here have suffered a huge loss.
Last September, President Uhuru Kenyatta declared a state of natural disaster over the drought. The government spent almost $4 million to buy thousands of livestock from farmers in the worst-hit regions. Galgalo now works to save his remaining animals.
These herders have problems because even the livestock that remain alive seem to have been affected by the rains that killed the others. They are suffering from pneumonia and so are still dying.
The shifting weather may even affect peace in this region of Marsabit. There are already hostilities between tribes. Competition for ever scarcer resources may worsen the tensions.